Welcome, Taurus. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your new moon in Gemini reading. I've laid out the axis of the horoscope wheel with the African Tarot. I'll clarify with the Crow Tarot, and I'll finish up with a couple of oracle cards. I am going to extend this reading in a second part, and I will link that extension in the description box below, and probably with at the end of the video with an extra connection. So I will ask you as well to like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel Pacific Tarot, but I do not like to ask you that at the beginning because you haven't seen the video yet, so you don't know whether you can make any of those decisions or all of those decisions at this point. However, it is hard for me to stop mid-flow. I will definitely remind you at the end, and I'm aware that many of you may not make it that far. So keep that in mind. If you're enjoying it midway, consider any of those options. Finally, let's get started with your overall energy, Taurus, for this reading, the Three of Wands. Three of Wands is about something that you're beginning, something that you're planning to begin. You're building something fresh. This can be a fresh attitude, a new lifestyle, a refresh in something that you have already begun. So it feels as though you are looking towards the wider world, onto the horizon, for the kinds of support and connections you can make towards building this new thing, refreshing this new thing that you're creating. You are drawing in and asking for the assistance that you need, that you want. You're looking for new ideas. You are looking at models of things that are similar for inspiration. And this is all about facing the world in a way that may have been very uncomfortable to you in the past, a more internalized approach. Now you are excited about the opportunities that this new perspective, this new refresh is going to make available to you. You're excited about connecting with the world and with this new world of ideas. In the 10th house, your social identity, the way others see you, the 10 of Wands is a very, so many of these cards come up for everyone. And the 10 of Wands has likely been showing up for you over a bit of time. This is about your release of an old way of doing things, your release of old beliefs that you were expected to do things in a certain way. And this certainly can have everything to do with your job, your profession, the work that you do, the expectations of others that no longer resonate for you, that you accept as no longer having served you in the past. In fact, having depleted you, left you empty, but have cleared the way for you to begin to prioritize yourself and the things that you desire to move towards. So this is a long process of examining those beliefs that you had, those ideas that you have been socialized into accepting that defined you, that define what you could or should do. This release, this change is really exciting because you're feeling this innovation despite a complete detachment and exhaustion of the former commitment and obligations that you, in many ways, not mistakenly, because we learn from everything that we do, but shouldered in a way that did deplete you, that was burdensome to you. And that is a feeling that you have abandoned now, you've released, and you are really standing in this place of possibility. In the first house, we have the Seven of Cups, another popular card. you are recognizing all the many choices and options you have as a result of this change that you are making. Change in the way others are seeing you, change in the way that you interact with the world. Some of this, the new options and offers and opportunities resonate from our projections of things that you wish you could have had, you wish you could have identified as goals in the past, which means that it makes them a little bit tied to short-term gratification in some senses, in some cases. But this is really about the confusion and overwhelm from this new perspective that you are taking on, this new sense of worthiness that you now are understanding that you deserve to be rewarded. However, this can be overwhelming. This can be confusing. There is so much out there, and you know it's not all beneficial. There is something that this may be distracting you from, and you know what that something is, some important goal that is defining to you, that is resonant with your potential, with dreams that you may have felt that you never received the support to pursue in the past. That is the caution here, is not to be distracted from that. This release of expectations is to serve the purpose of prioritizing your dreams, your potential. Now that you understand you are worthy and deserving of that, that you have earned that, you now have the skills to pursue this. So this is really affirming the path that you may have neglected or you may have put aside in order to meet obligations that you felt were required for you to live your life, to survive. In the fourth house, the Two of Swords. This is in the house of your home, your history, your domestic environment. This is really about understanding this greater crossroads that is available. It's netting you lots of options and new offers, perhaps new things that can be considered seriously in a way that is distracting, but it's not obscuring the deeper sense of being at a major crossroads in your life. This requires you to look very honestly at your own behaviors, your own beliefs, your own habits. And this is about, in many cases, being very honest, because these are things that are hardest to see, most difficult to see, because they are effects of your own. They're close at home. They may be about the way that you're in relationship, the relationships that you choose, the choices you make, and those patterns that maybe haven't served you in the past. You now see a different way forward, but it also advises you in your reflection about the choices you have or the choices you need to make to get more information. Do not be satisfied that what is appearing as options for you, that's all that there is. There's much more. As you ask questions and get more information and consider the context for these choices, you will see that the opportunities are going to multiply. You have many more choices than what can appear if you are honest with yourself, truthful with yourself, and if you are curious, stay in conversation, keep asking questions, and listen. In the seventh house, we have the Hermit card. And this is about your significant relationships, but it shows in many ways this searching that you have been on the path of in terms of your deepest commitments, your deepest partnerships, those relationships that matter to you. There's a sense that you must go make certain decisions on your own. You must go through this experience of rebirth and change, transformation on your own. And true as that is, there's also a sense that you're searching for those relationships, those projects, those opportunities that will be the most meaningful for you, that will affirm your own authority over your own life, that will respect that authority that you've gained, the right to be who you are. There's a strong sense of sovereignty here, and you're curious or doubtful as to whether others can really hold you for who you are, and that you can include your whole self in your relationships in a way that doesn't undermine who you are and your right to be who you are. So that there's a lot of query here. There's a lot of deep soul searching, this looking within, knowing that only you have the answers for this, but a need to explore the way in which you can be yourself in all of your relationships. I'm going to clarify the 10th house, 10 of Wands, with the 6 of Cups in the 9th house and the 10 of Pentacles in the 11th house. You are balancing out your relationships, which in part you're turning your attention to the joy, the pleasures you've gained in your natural environment, wherever it is that your talents lead you. When you were young, that is always information about the talents, gifts we exhibited organically. They weren't things that others imposed on us. They were the things that emerged. And those were the skills that we used as we interacted with others, had fun, played, and had pleasure. No judgment, no agenda in these skills that emerge. You likely know what those skills are, and you're having some positive connections at this time with people or opportunities from your past that allow you to re-experience this pleasure. The joy principle is what is key here. You also are recognizing that you are capable of manifesting the prosperity, the wealth, the security, the shared balance of having what it is that will give you that sense of protection and stability, of prosperity that you long for. This kind of prosperity is about emphasizing your generosity. Your generosity is something that is a byproduct of your working hard, your discipline, your efforts, the exercise of your values, which are squarely in the realm of your ruling planet Venus. That is balance, that is harmony, that is beauty, but that is also hard work and discipline that never stops. There's never an equal balance that is static. This is something that is more akin to a dance. To maintain that balance, one must constantly be adjusting, working at, becoming aware of. And that's the skill you're cultivating as you recognize that this abundance and prosperity is available to you. This is the world that you are motivated by and towards. I hope this has been resonant for you, Taurus. Please like this video. Please share this with someone who may enjoy it or find it useful. Please comment below. I love your thoughts, your comments, your ideas, your appreciations for sure. And please subscribe to this video as well. And I pulled the card Blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. And this may be a prompt for you to examine the way in which you may unconsciously or consciously be seeking blame in other people or experiences in your life as ways of not taking full responsibility for who you are and your well-being. So this is sort of supporting your desire to be authentic in your relationships, the search for feeling whole in relationships. And from the language of flowers, I pulled the belladonna, and the key word is silence. Listen more and quiet be. I will continue this reading in an extended, attached, linked in the description box below and attached in the video at the end. Thank you so much. If this is where we leave things, until next time, namaste.